Peace, beautiful souls. Okay, let's talk about communication styles and um being in alignment with people versus not actually being in alignment with people, and like how we handle that. Okay, so I was talking to this goddess recently. Really, I was talking to a few different people recently about it, but most recently today, I was speaking to this goddess about how me, I'm the type of person I will really disappear, right? And sometimes I guess I don't realize how much that can affect some people. Like people can take that personally. And she was expressing to me um how it made her feel, like it made her feel sad and like I forgot about her, which funny enough, usually I don't send like a message like that, but I ended up yet telling her, messaging her like, oh, I didn't forget about you, I just wasn't in the energy to speak, because that really is how it be. I don't always be in the energy to actually speak to people or be around people. It's a lot for me in multiple different ways. For one, I can feel a whole bunch of different energies. For two, I've got a bunch of things going on in my head as far as like things I think about. Also, hearing, certain spirits speak. I think about that a lot. Like, so to be fully present in conversations, like, it takes a lot, right? Um, but another thing was I was expressing even on live yesterday night, because that's even different. You can see me post, you can see me be on live, but still actually being present in a specific conversation with people. It's just different, like that one-on-one attention, if that makes sense. I was talking about how it's a real turnoff to me for for family, for friends, for romantic partners, if they they get upset about that, about me like disappearing, and not in the sense like I told her too, but on live, like you can express to me like how it's making you feel, but to get upset, like angry, and to the point where you stop showing support, or you don't ever want to speak to me again because that's how I am, like that to me is a turn off. And let's also talk about in alignment. That's not in alignment for everybody. People like me, I'm not for everybody. Like some people are need someone who's always available to talk, who doesn't disappear, who can constantly give those updates, and that just means we're not in alignment, and that's cool. And sometimes we try to force these connections for a whole bunch of different reasons, but in reality you're feeling some type of way, and we stay like following these people, but you don't want to engage anymore because now you're upset that they're not speaking to you. And it's like all of us are like, it ends up being a people pleaser thing, because if you're no longer in alignment with this person, why are you continuing to follow them, especially if it's like you don't want to support them anymore, if you get what I'm saying. And she said to me that she did get to a point where she stopped like liking my things, and at first I was like, oh shoot, let me check, because that's not the kind of friendships I want to have in my life, that you feel some type of way and instead of communicating that you just stop showing love, type of thing, right? And then she further explained, though, it really wasn't a personal thing. None of this is ever personal. It was her own trauma and her basing that off of her past friendships or situations with other women that actually like were blatantly ignoring her, right? And then she was saying how like we have to give each other grace and give people grace, and I'm like, you know what, that is true, but for me a big thing is accountability, right, on my part too, like being able to admit when you're wrong, being able to acknowledge someone's feelings, but being able to like the fact that she was able to honestly tell me that, it meant a lot to me, and we spoke about it, we worked it out or whatever. And because I was thinking like, oh well, okay, that's not in alignment, but again, uh she explained it, and to me it was like her honesty, her vulnerability, and then to have self-reflect. I've been in those situations too where I felt some type of way for whatever different reason, or I noticed that person's energy shift, but I would still keep them on social media. But this is something I also talked about with someone else a bit recently too, about a week ago or so, I don't know, or 7 strong ago or so, that like you're really harming yourself and that other person by continuing to have them on your social media if you're truly not in alignment, if you really, or if you say y'all connect in person but you don't resonate with their content, you're just messing up a lot of things. Or I don't want to say messing up, but you're throwing off a lot of things. When you see it, you don't align with it, and so it's causing some turmoil in you. And say you really don't care about that person, it's still about you. I made a video the other day, focus on yourself. The more that we focus on ourselves and what we want, everything else will fall into place and in alignment, even if you're not trying to worry about how they'll feel if you take them off your social media or whatever. Again, nothing is ever personal. This is all spiritual, it's all energetic. Some people, yes, you might take it personal, but it's not personal. It's not really about you. Everybody's in their own world. And not to say don't care about people. I'm not saying that, or not, I'm not at all saying that. And I trust y'all understand what I'm saying. But these things at the end of the day, they're not about you. They're about what's going on in that individual person's head, their mind, their own feelings. Like if someone doesn't like you, it's not usually about you. And you know what? Let me take that lightly because anyways, it's just things within that person that they don't feel in alignment with. Because really, and then things are so what is the word? I get confused between the subjective and objective. Like to call someone like a bad person, you might think that, but someone else might not think that. You get what I'm saying? So it's again, it's not you. It's what you on this side feel, whether or not you're in alignment with. I trust y'all understand what I'm saying. I know my explanations sometimes be all over the place, but yeah, overall it's really about that and being honest with yourself. And we also talked about like the fear of being honest and telling someone like, oh, when you did this it hurt my feelings and all that stuff. And that again stems from past things, whether it's with your family members, with old friends you couldn't express yourself with. um but you have to, especially if you feel like that relationship is worth it, like worth exploring or worth growing with, you got to be honest. And depending on how that they take it, that will tell you a lot in itself too. And again, to not take it personally, how someone reacts to your emotions, your feelings, it's not about you. And but I do think it's very important, especially nowadays, like we're trying to build, not everybody, but I'm trying to build community, and that's actually in alignment, not just fill my life with a bunch of people. And I watched this other woman's post. Resonance and alignment, not the same thing. You can resonate with someone on certain things, meaning y'all both have to like agree about this or feel the same way about this, but y'all are truly not in alignment. In alignment, y'all are on the same frequency. Y'all goals and morals and things can be insane, be the same. There's different ways to be in alignment, right? But you can be in you can resonate with someone but not be in alignment with them, if you get what I'm saying. Again, I trust, I don't know if I explained that well, but resonance and alignment is not the same thing. And I think, not I think, I know we get that confused a lot, like, oh, because I really resonate with what you said or what you just did or what you post, I we automatically equate that to an alignment, like, oh, we're on the same wave. That doesn't mean that we're on the same wave at all. We just resonate on that aspect. And sometimes going deeper into that, it's not, yeah, that's just what it is. You explore it more and there's no actual alignment, and that's okay. Letting go of relationships and people and things that are not in alignment with you is okay. The more you do that, the more you make space for the things that actually are in alignment with you and for the people that actually are in alignment with you. And I think that's beautiful. But there's so many reasons why we try to hold on and think about not hurting their feelings. Your feelings are going to be hurt sometimes. You are going to hurt people's feelings sometimes. That does not make you a bad person. That does not make them a bad person. That does not make anything wrong, right? It just is. It happens. Our feelings, being hurt and sadness, it's a thing that happens sometimes. And you can be as kind as you want, telling someone you're not in alignment with them or you don't want to be around them or whatever. And that doesn't mean that their feelings are not going to get hurt, if that makes sense. And I'm talking to you, I'm talking to me, I'm talking to all of us, right? Because it happens and that's okay. Like we have to learn to be okay with that, with hurting people and being hurt. And again, that's not saying in a malicious way go out your way to go hurt somebody, but I y'all know what I'm saying. Like we all have feelings, like, and life be life and things happen and everybody reacts to things differently. We both can go through the same situation and this person can be like, okay, and I can be over here crying my eyes out. That's okay. Like we're all different, we all feel things, and I think it's beautiful to feel things, and that makes space for them too. Sometimes we're like, oh, we don't want to hurt them, we don't want them to be alone. Stop thinking about that. Focus on how it's affecting you, how you want to actually feel, because that's going to benefit them at the end of the day. Just like you're making space for you, you're also going to make space for them. If they allow it, you're going to give them a space to reflect. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it really benefits everybody, as long as everybody allows it to. Because sometimes people really will just stay in victim mode, and that's just their journey. That's just their journey, and that's okay. I think this video went way longer than I thought it would because I didn't have like a planned out way of how I wanted to explain these things. But I trust those who are meant to hear it and stay for it will. But yeah, do what's best for you. If you don't want to be kind, don't have to be kind, but I'm always push for being kind. Doesn't mean you have to be a pushover, doesn't mean you have to let people walk over you or not have boundaries, but I personally feel like there's a certain way you can go about things when explaining things, and sometimes knowing everybody is not worthy of an explanation either. Not that they're not worthy, but sometimes they're not worthy of an explanation from you. Like, I trust y'all understand what I'm saying here. And tune into your intuition. You know and feel when it's worth an explanation and when it's not. Some things silence speak louder than words, right? And sometimes you can close it out with, hey, I think we're no longer in alignment. Whatever the case may be, however you feel. Just how you feel. There's not really a wrong answer because everything will lead you exactly where you're meant to be. But I love you. Happy connecting, happy understanding people have different communication styles. Happy everything. I love you. See you later.